Welcome to the Film Junket podcast.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I don't even know what the heck I'm even talking about right there. I was singing one Christmas song and then I just said Merry Christmas. I don't know. What's happening, guys? Dave the Film Junkie here. Wow. Doing just a normal podcast, just me talking to myself. That's right. I'll still continue doing the live broadcasts and having people on and everything. I was supposed to do one like a couple weekends ago with my buddy James, but he was sick, so he couldn't do it, and then I didn't do it, and then it's just been crazy. Every weekend it's been nutties. I've been doing family stuff, and of course it's going to continue on this weekend. And then after that, who knows? Well, then we got New Year's and everything, but Merry Christmas, guys. That's right. Happy holidays to your family. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I am drinking some winter lager, Samuel Adams, that I got in a White Elephant game. You guys played the White Elephant? It's so racist. No, the White Elephant game, you know what it is. I played with my family over the weekend. My Mexican side, so it's, you know. It's so, I always say this, my Mexican side is so whitewashed. Ooh, Jesus. I mean, like, I love them to death, but man, I even told like my ex before they met him, I'm like, oh yeah, don't think like, hey, let's get the tequila out, man, let's do this. It's nothing like that. We're they're not big drinkers. My white side, big drinkers. Like on Christmas Day, yeah, it's on. Like big drinkers. So it's just kind of funny. I don't know, but because I've been to like you go to I've friends of mine that are Mexican and go to their family thing. Jesus Christ. I mean, you're stumbling away from there sometimes, man. Pretty awesome stuff. But anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, happy holidays. It's been crazy. It's I played the I got this beer with the White Elephant game because we played it over the weekend, and it was funny because I was number 2. And if you guys know that White Elephant game, you basically you bring a gift. You know, it's supposed to be a general gift. For some reason, half my family doesn't seem to realize that because some people bought clothes and girly stuff, and you got to be like, no, you got to be gender neutral. Come on! Progressive! With the White Elephant. But then again, if it was really progressive with the White Elephant, it would just be called Elephant. Oh, stop it. Man, I'm already starting with all this. Man, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. But, you draw numbers, and then whoever goes first, they open a gift, and the second person goes. They can either steal that gift or open up another one, and then so on and so on. And you could steal a gift like twice, depending on whatever rules you play. So at first I got a turkey roaster because I was number 2. So I just grabbed something, ripped it open, and it was a turkey roaster, a little pan. And I'm going, hey, all right. Next year, Thanksgiving at my house, guys, my little tiny place. Yeah. Not gonna happen. Maybe I'll be in a bigger place next year. Who knows? Never know what could happen. Could win the lottery. Could go viral, or I could get hit by a car, by a Mercedes, by somebody who's really rich, and they can, win a lawsuit. Anyways, a boy can dream, right? So I had that, and then my aunt was kind enough to take it off my hands, and then my brother actually got a 6-pack of this winter lager with one of those those boot glasses that fit like 3 beers in it that you saw on like Beer Fest. Yeah, so I stole that, and he already stole it from somebody else. So then it was frozen, and it's so delicious. Just saying, it's really good. Anyways, guys, but yeah, Merry Christmas to you all. Hopefully you have a good one. Should be good. For me, like I said, yeah. I already pretty much got my Christmas shopping done. Just got to get a few gift cards, and that's about it. But I actually shopped online, and I thought it was going to be a disaster because I got everything sent to my mom's house. Because I live in a back house, it's a shared address with somebody else. So I didn't want to like, send it here. So I just send everything to my mom's. And my dad's gift came first, and then some other gifts came from Amazon. And it said it was delivered. She said there was no packages. I was going, great, they're lost or stolen. Never doing this again. This is what happens. God, but it turns out they like hid them. I guess when they deliver from Amazon, they hide them and they take a picture, because I looked at the tracking and all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, they did deliver them. They're right on the side here. And then she sent me a picture, said, yep, I got them. Don't worry. So apparently they were sitting outside for a couple of days. Nobody took them. So God bless America, right? So anyways, it's going to be good. That's going to be good stuff. So I got it all done pretty much. Usually I wait till the last minute. I'm usually a last minute guy, but I didn't do that this time. So I'm actually really proud of myself that didn't happen. Anyways, I'm still, jeez, what am I even talking about here? I'm still getting over what I watched, the Ocean's 8 trailer. You know what? It might be. It's probably gonna be a decent movie, decent heist movie. It's just I'm sorry, but I can't. Rihanna, why does she keep getting work? Just no, she sucks. I have not seen anything that I've seen her in, which has not been much, right? It's only been what, Battleship, and what was the last one? Valerian, and now this. She sucked in both. Battleship was just god awful, and she was terrible. Didn't believe her character for a minute. And then Valerian, she was just as bad. I mean, if not worse. That whole movie was a shit sandwich. And now she's a hacker in Ocean's 8, and I'm sorry, I just know her name's 8-Ball. Get the fuck out of my face with that. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I really can't. Stop. I mean, there's so many more talented actresses out there, black actresses too, because obviously, you got to fit in that group of 8. I mean, I think she's the only black one, right? So it's like, you know what? Get somebody else. There's plenty more talented actual actresses, not singers, who I don't even think her voice is great. Good Lord. Her music makes my butthole, ugh. Anyways, guys. So how about that Star Wars movie, huh? Huh? Ron Howard's probably going, oh boy, what am I going to do? Because who knows what's going to be happening with that. With Solo, I'm sure they're a little bit worried. And J.J. Abrams just submitted his story, apparently, to Lucasfilm. Some people are going like, shouldn't the story already be there? Well, not necessarily. Spoiler alert, if you've seen Last Jedi, it kind of wraps up a little bit. It doesn't really lead to anything else. It really doesn't. I find that puzzling. I still have to do my spoiler review, and I still want to see it again. I just don't know when I'm going to see it again. But it kind of, I think that threw a lot of people off, because it just kind of ends almost like Return of the Jedi. I don't know. So I don't think they really had, and you know what? Partially that was good, because it was its own thing, kind of thing. I don't know. It's just kind of, I think it threw people off. So I don't know what's going to really go on with that. I don't know. It's interesting, but it's been interesting seeing everybody's reactions to it and everything. And I just shot a video talking about the audience scores. Obviously Rotten Tomatoes, it looks pretty bad, and the hypocrisy is palpable. Oh man, you could just, oh God, you taste it big time. And I'm not just talking about on one side. I'm talking about on both sides, what I talk about in the video, where it's, you got the hypocrisy from fans over here who usually hate everything Rotten Tomatoes, who are now going, ha, pointing their finger and going, look at that, ha ha. And it's like, wait a minute, I thought you didn't give a shit about anything Rotten Tomatoes, because, it is a flawed system. But I always said, like, you should look at the audience score, because that can be, it really can be more important, and like I said, like it was like a month ago or so, my buddy, next day we're eating breakfast, I was hanging out with a couple buddies, they were thinking about seeing Justice League. I already saw it twice, and he goes, well, let me check Rotten Tomatoes, and I wanted to just like karate chop him in the throat, because it's like, no, don't look at that, please don't. But he looked at the audience score instead of the critic score, and that determined whether he wanted to see it, which I thought, oh, good, that's better. But now you got the people who backed up Rotten Tomatoes now saying Rotten Tomatoes doesn't mean shit. But of course, there's other metrics out there that are showing that Last Jedi is doing a lot better and everything. It's whatever. I need to see it again. I'm still trying to figure out where I place it, where I rank it in my Star Wars rankings. There's been 9 movies. Some people aren't counting Rogue One, but I think you should count Rogue One, even though there was a lot of hate for it. I didn't understand. There was a lot of hate that I was seeing on my feed for Rogue One before Last Jedi came out, and I was like, what the hell, man? I mean, it's not a perfect movie. The characters do suck. Not all of them. I mean, obviously, the two, I can't even think of their names right now, but you know what I'm talking about, why can't I think his name? I just retweeted a freaking image of him, with him in a Christmas sweater. I can't even think of his name. Well, I'm one with the Force is one with me. You know what I'm talking about. I can't, sometimes when the mics go hot, I just draw a blank on certain things. You know what I'm talking about, though. God, it's bothering me, so I'm actually looking it up. Come on. Donnie Yen! And the other dude, I forgot his name. I'm not even going to look that up. But, it's those two characters were great. Just the overall story was, I liked it. I watched it the other day too. I think, was it after? Yeah, it was after I saw Last Jedi. I was just going, I don't see people's gripes, and I'm going, how? There's some people going like, oh yeah, saying that Attack of the Clones is better. What? I can't watch that movie with the audio on. The dialogue is so bad. I even watched Revenge of the Sith because I saw people saying it was a masterpiece, and I'm going, no, I'm sorry. Revenge of the Sith is not a masterpiece. It's the best one out of the prequels, in my opinion. But I mean, they didn't know that Padme was having twins. This is a future with unlimited technology. They can clone people. They can go to light speed. They have laser swords. But they don't have ultrasounds, apparently. They didn't know that she was having twins. And then she was just dying of a broken heart. She's just lost the will to live. Well, hook her up to some shit. God, it was just, I liked where George Lucas's head was at, because as they were being born, Anakin was turning to full-on Vader, and it was cool, but it was just, he just didn't, how am I gonna, I don't know how does she die? I'm trying to do my best George Lucas impression. He just didn't know how to kill her off, and he went with the lamest fucking thing, I think, and then of course he had to put the no, which is just cringy. It's not a masterpiece. Okay, there's the good shit in there. I'll give it that. Definitely light years better than Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. But man, when people are calling it a masterpiece, and people saying Rogue One was a shit sandwich, the worst one ever. But see, then I'm also going like, to the people who are saying Last Jedi is the best Star Wars movie ever, better than Empire. I'm going, hey, you're just on a high right now. And then of course there's the people on the other end of the spectrum saying it's the worst. Which is, it's been interesting just seeing all the Star Wars talk. It's just, I don't know, it's been blowing my mind, really. But let's get off the Star Wars talk, because I'm finally going to talk about something that I totally forgot. Too many headbutts to the door, I guess. Too many face palms. I'm going to talk about this, the Justice League script that Mr. Scoopy Pants himself apparently got a look at. And he even tweeted out that it was awesome. Sounds awesome. Oh my God, awesome. And no, it does not sound awesome. You fuck. God. What the... It's just, you know what? He was building it up because this is his fucking post. So he was trying to make it seem like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. He saw the script and it blew his mind. Or I don't know. He tweeted something out. He's so full of shit. Come on. But, yeah, it was a 2011 draft. This is not the George Miller script. I still want to see footage, behind-the-scenes shots. I still want to hear what the hell that was all about. But I don't know if we're ever going to see that. I remember somebody said they were working on a documentary about it, and I haven't heard anything since. I even followed the Twitter account that was showing they had little concept art things of everything, and I was like, come on, let's get this rolling here. Maybe it'll show up. But now I want to see the behind the scenes of this last Justice League we got, because there's all kinds of bullshit that happened with that. Jesus Christ. But anyways, he listed some bullet points from the script, so let's go through them right now, and we'll talk about it, because I I didn't really dive deep in this. I just heard some things and I went, nope, that doesn't sound. A lot of people have said that sounds awful. But here we go, guys. All right. Though Steppenwolf is the lead villain in this year's Justice League. Oh, this is who wrote this script? Oh man, I don't even see the name. Bial? I don't know. Bial's script. That's what he said. Okay, well, I don't even see the. Okay, in fact, Bial. Who the hell? What's his first name? I'm looking, I'm scanning, I'm looking, and I don't think he even put that in there. Okay, anyways. Here's some bullet points. Though Steppenwolf is the lead villain in this year's Justice League, Bial's script, or draft, would have made his boss, Darkseid, the master of evil. Okay. That opening Shark Tank battle ends with Desaad, one of Darkseid's minions, killing Killer Croc and stealing kryptonite that Luthor has tried to buy from KG Beast, a.k.a., Anatoly, I can't even say his last name. And at one point, Croc bites a shark. All right, so Croc and KG Beast and Desaad was in there. Cool. I think Desaad was supposed to be in this last one, too. There was supposed to be an appearance, too. I don't know. While 2016's Batman vs. Superman would pit the heroes against each other, the 2011 script imagined them as allies who know each other's identities and have coffee at Metropolis Diner, where they chat about other DC superheroes like Diana, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, and Aquaman. They soon travel to Central City to recruit Barry Allen, a.k.a. The Flash. So pretty much like how it should have ended, the superhero diner thing. Is that what they're trying to get at? I don't know about that. That's weird. Okay. To talk about the others. That's interesting. Amanda Waller and King Faraday run the Department of Metahuman Affairs and seize Killer Croc's body. We also meet Abel Tarrant, the tattooed man, Copperhead, Barbara Minerva, Cheetah, and Solomon Grundy. Wow, they're going to have Grundy in there, man. Waller and Croc eventually met in 2000. Okay, that's what he said. Okay, so there was going to be a lot of. This was going to be crowded as shit. In deep space, Green Lantern John Stewart and Thanagarian Qatar Hall, aka Hawkman, I can never say his name right either, engage in a cool action sequence inside a space station nightclub. Oh god, this sounds Star Wars now. As they try to stop Konjar Ro from helping Desaad weaponize the kryptonite. The first act ends with Superman kidnapped by Steppenwolf and the Parademons and taken back to Apocalypse. This movie was going to be fucking insane. Insane. By the start of the second act, Batman goes to Themyscira to recruit Diana, with whom he has a romantic history. Oh boy. Barry Allen, Green Lantern John Stewart, and Diana have a meeting with Wayne inside the Batcave, which has several generations of Batmobiles and Batsuits, as well as Mr. Freeze's cryogun, the Scarecrow's mask, and the Penguin's umbrella. So he has little fucking mementos, little trophies, I guess, from sending those guys to jail. John Stewart returns to OA, Green Lantern headquarters, and finds the dead bodies of his fellow Lanterns, Katmatoa, Kilowog, Guy Gardner, Salak, and Tomare, which Tomare and Kilowog, I guess, was supposed to be in that first post-credit scene of Justice League. Supposedly. Who knows how it was real. The entire Green Lantern Corps has been massacred by Darkseid. That's interesting. With the Lantern Corps out of the way, Darkseid invades Earth at the midpoint of the script with help with brainwashed Superman. So, that's interesting. As he does in Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns and Batman vs. Superman, Wayne dons special armor to fight the Man of Steel. Diana manages to release Superman from Desaad's mind control, and Superman rejoins the League in the fight against Darkseid. There's something very kind of... Okay. Okay. Superman goes through a boom tube and travels 11 years into the future to find that Darkseid has wiped out 80% of Earth's population. Diana leads the last of the human resistance with an aged and gray-haired Bruce Wayne as her second in command. They have a son named Clark Wayne, and one surprising member of the resistance is Lex Luthor. Holy shit. Yeah, that would have been interesting. Yeah, this sounds like this story just wouldn't have worked. The future Batman leads a dozen fighters known as Batman's Berserkers. They include Slade Wilson, George Harkness, Captain Boomerang, Helena Bertinelli, Huntress, and Barbara, Cheetah, Minerva. I'm so bad with last names. You guys know this. Comics fans might also recognize this team as members of Suicide Squad, though not exactly the Suicide Squad of last year's film. The last of the Resistance is headquartered inside Superman's Fortress of Solitude. Future Lex Luthor figures out a way to send Barry Allen back 11 years in time, partly using Darkseid's boom tube. Future Flash goes back in time to before Darkseid's invasion and dies in younger self's arms after warning of a terrible future. Huh. That's interesting. That's not too bad. I don't mind that one. Diana, Bruce, Barry, and Green Lantern travel to Apokolips and rescue Superman before Darkseid can take over his mind, and the reunited Justice League battle Darkseid and his forces on Apokolips to stop the invasion of Earth. The entire Green Lantern Corps, along with the Amazons from Themyscira, join the battle. That would have just been a massive goddamn scene. I mean, we kind of almost got something similar to that in this Justice League. The script ends with Mercy Graves planning a presidential campaign for Lex Luthor, and Luthor receiving a message from future Luthor telling him of Superman's secret identity, Clark Kent. Dun dun dun! Wow. And there's a lot of crazy shit in that script. Script earned him a 2-picture deal, and Variety reported that Ben Affleck considered directing it even before he signed on to play Batman for Zack Snyder. Yeah, I kept seeing that too, that apparently Ben Affleck was interested in directing this. That movie would have been nuts! There were way too many characters in that. Way too many characters. There's no way that well, then again, this was right around Green Lantern time. And we all saw that. Good Lord. That is crazy. Like I said, I kind of refrained myself from reading those bullet points. I mean, I heard people talking and chattering about on my timeline, but I only just certain points, mainly like the, Bruce and Diana kid and all the characters that were in it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That was way out there. Definitely way out there. There's no way Warner Brothers would have freaking went for that. That's for damn sure. I mean, Jesus Christ. They didn't want to go with whatever Snyder was cooking up, which, according to what I've been sent, is he wanted a 2-part movie that had to do with just a lot of just character development, in depth, and just a lot of good things, hopefully. I don't know. It's interesting. Anyway, so yeah, there's that script that that article was released on the 4th of this month, and I was going to talk about it in a video, but kind of forgot, and now I was talking about it on here. So there you go, guys. That is that crazy Justice League script. Some of the stuff's not bad, but most of it, I think we're okay. That's right, guys. We're okay. And also, I'm still trying to catch up on Justice League stuff. I think I'm going to be catching up on Justice League stuff for a bit, man. There's still so many things I want to talk about. Things I've heard, talking to people and everything. And it's just, we still got about 3 months before they're going to release it on Blu-ray. Who knows what kind of version we're going to get. We're going to get some kind of director's cut. The question is, how much of it's still going to be Snyder? How much of it's going to be put back, Because obviously there's just shit all throughout that fucking movie that was reshot and injected at the last minute. And this whole thing about, Matt Vaughn, he might save the DCEU and blah, blah, blah. And it's I understand that maybe critically it does need to be saved, but financially it does not. The first 4 movies have made a shit ton. They've made a shit ton. And Wonder Woman was a huge success. I would say if anybody really technically saved it, it would be Patty Jenkins. And then Justice League was just a Frankenstein of a movie. We know it. There was big time drama behind the scenes. So fuck off with all that. The saving part. Because did they say the same thing about the MCU when Iron Man 2 didn't really work, when Incredible Hulk didn't really work, and, Thor was kind of, I think Captain America was well received. But, Iron Man 2, Hulk, and Thor, the first Thor movie, I don't know. I don't remember it being, I remember just people going, but people are more excited about Captain America. I know I was. When it comes to those first sets of movies of Phase 1 before Avengers, I mean, Iron Man 1, of course, is like the best one out of all those, but Captain America is like it's right up there. I mean, I watched it again not too long ago, and it's a fucking good movie. The Captain America trilogy is pretty damn good. I mean, it definitely does the whole, it peaks and then goes down again, because I think Winter Soldier is way ahead of Civil War. Civil War to me is still Avengers 2.5, just like to a lot of people. I mean, it's still very much a Captain America story. I get that. A lot of people have thrown that at me. A lot of people get pissed off when I talk about that. I get it. But come on, there is a shit ton of other Avengers in there, and it pretty much is that. Shut your face. But it's just Winter Soldier. It's so unique, and I don't know. When it comes to the MCU, it's so unique, and it's still the best one. It really is. But yeah, it's been crazy. I posted one about Chris Terrio about writing it, and he had some good things to say about it, and his shit just got raped. Fuck! I want to read his script. I really do. If he releases, if only he could. God damn it, because James Gunn just like released like the script to Guardians of the Galaxy 2. James Mangold released the Logan script. I want Terrio to release the script for Justice League. Oh man. Yeah. If we can get our hands on that, man. That's what I want to see. Is the original Chris Terrio Justice League script. I'm sure it's phenomenon. Phenomenal. It's a phenomenon. Just pisses me off, man. But, at least with the Star Wars stuff, it's just funny how Justice League and Star Wars, two of the biggest movies of the year and anticipated, more in the nerd world. I mean, obviously Justice League underperformed big time. It just seemed like, you know what, I mean, there's still stuff that I'm still going to talk about in other videos on how as much as we love what Snyder was doing with these characters, his ideas hurt Justice League, marketing hurt Justice League, and I'm going to go over that stuff, and just other interesting things I've heard too, and it just sucks, man. Oh man, you know what I heard too? Somebody told me, and you're probably listening right now, that he frequents a coffee shop in Pasadena, I believe, and I'm going, fuck, I live probably about 45 minutes away from Pasadena. I even looked it up. It's actually, no, I live probably almost an hour. My work is about a half an hour away from that spot. And I'm going, fuck. And now I work in the field. But see, the thing is, I don't work in Pasadena. If I ever get, I swear to God, guys, if I ever get work, because now with my job, I don't just sit in the office and draw shit anymore, draw plans. I actually go out and meet with the customers of these businesses that I have to draw plans to. So I have a work truck now, which is awesome because I save on a shit ton of gas. Woo! It's so bad because I get to take it home. Yeah, gas card and everything. It's awesome. I don't use it for personal gas. I'm not shady like that. I did that shit when I was working for the cable company. When I had a work van with that. But then they started cracking down. I was like, okay. Hey, gas prices, man, they suck, especially in California. I just don't understand how little, like, there's a little town where my mom lives, which is just like 7 minutes away from me. The gas prices are like almost 50 cents more than where I live. It's fucking weird. I guess because it's such a small town. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways. So if I ever have to drive out to Pasadena, I am going to that coffee shop and I will wait there for a little bit. I'm not gonna sit there the whole time, but I swear to God, I don't even know what I would say to the guy. I don't know what I'd say. What would I say to that guy? Maybe snap a picture with him. Tell him, yeah, man, enjoy your movies, this, that, and this. Maybe I would hint, just try to gauge his reaction, and just be like, hey, man, I enjoyed your last couple of comic book movies. And I'm not talking about one that came out a month ago. Because that one's not your fucking movie. But his name's all over it. It's a Zack Snyder film. Fuck you. That wasn't a Zack Snyder film, and I know we all felt it. It's interesting. It's frustrating because I don't know if we're ever gonna get his. It just sucks because I want to see his finished plan, his finished vision, And so does Kevin Smith, and he said it beautifully. How later on people are gonna go back and watch that because, we've said it so many times. His movies are ahead of his time, and I know there's the people that just absolutely loathe him, and they're just gonna be like, "Fuck you! You don't know what the hell you're talking about." And that's fine. They could keep sucking on the Marvel teat, and we'll see what happens with all that. Oh yeah. I guess I should talk about that a little bit too, even though I've talked about videos with Disney buying everything. I think people are freaking out about it too much when it comes to the properties they own. When everybody just thought like automatically they were just going to make Deadpool PG-13, and I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. They're not. As much as they're just buying up everything and they own now 27% of the film industry, that's the thing. Now that they own such a big chunk, they have to make R-rated movies. They have to appeal to all audiences. They're not going to just be like, nope, never make it. That's right. We're going to make another Alien movie and a Predator movie. It's going to be PG-13. Even though they already fucking did that with Paul W.S. Anderson. Oh, God. I still remember when I heard that it was PG-13. Yeah. This was what? Back in 2004? 3? I don't know. 2003 or 4. I remember I was still with my mom. I was working. Was I working? Oh, man. I don't know if I was working at KFC or Sizzler. I think it might have been KFC. Yeah. This was a while ago. This was like one of my first jobs. My first job was I was a cook at KFC. Fry cook. That's right. I touched all that shit. I can't eat there anymore. No. If you want to eat some Kentucky Fried Chicken, get that out of my face. Get it out of my face. I can't eat it. I saw that shit raw. I cooked it. It's gross. Oh yeah, and you better believe we dropped trays of chicken on a dirty ground and put it right back on the tray, guys. Just to let you know. Hey, if you're going through life thinking that you haven't ate food that came off the ground at one point, yeah, I want to live in your world. Because, come on. We're trusting people with our food that we never met who don't give a shit about it. They don't want to kill you and undercook stuff, obviously. But come on. Anyways, I go off on tangents. If you're new to my podcast, I apologize. But I remember, I'm pretty sure I was working at KFC. And I don't know. And I remember I was like, okay, I had to work that evening. So I was like, I'm going to get in a nap. So I get in the recliner chair. And every time we were seeing TV spots and trailers for Alien vs. Predator, it kept saying not rated, not rated. And I kept going, why the fuck is it not rated? It's obviously going to be rated R. There's no way that it's not going to be rated R. It's Alien and Predator. 2 R-rated franchise, very gory. And I was like half asleep. I was getting there, and I hear the TV spot for Alien vs. Predator. Then I hear rated PG-13. I shot up in the chair and went, what? I could not believe what my ear balls were hearing. I could not. And I got up, and I paced back and forth going, are you goddamn serious with this? Are you serious? I was so hyped. I was so excited for that movie, and I immediately went, fuck that. Fuck that. This is before, blogging and stuff like that. I'm sure like some of it existed, but I wasn't into it that much and stuff like that. I was kind of, but I could not believe what I heard. And I didn't, and then when I first saw it, I saw it at the drive-in. Second movie. I didn't see it when it came out because I pretty much wanted to boycott the movie. But I saw it. I forgot the first movie we saw. It was my girlfriend at the time. I forgot. We went to go see the first movie, and I forgot what movie that it actually was. We went to the drive-in. It was like our thing. We do this like every Friday. Just go to the drive-in. And usually, you pay, you go see 2 movies, and sometimes the second movie you don't want to see, so you hop in the back seat. Excuse me. Sorry. That was awful, because obviously I'm talking about hopping in the back seat and make the windows steamy, and I went and I coughed and burped. Yeah, that's sexy. Not just because I'm drinking beer. No, but she was tired. I forgot. Yeah, she had a long day. So she was already dozing off with the first movie, and I was going, well, Alien vs. Predator is up next. I want to watch it. I actually do. So she was like, fine. She dozes off, and I keep waking her up because I keep laughing about how awful this movie is. It's so bad. So bad. And now, yes, both properties are with Disney. Who knows if we're going to get a proper Alien vs. Predator? I doubt it. But you never know. Disney is going to have to make R-rated movies. No doubt about it. And they're not going to just go, oh, hey, you know this character right here? This Deadpool character that's been R-rated in 2 movies and very raunchy and been widely successful? Yeah, we're going to make a PG-13 now. And ruin this fucking investment. Fuck, they're not going to do that. They're definitely going to reboot the X-Men. I said this already. And you know what? I don't even care about that. You know, we've had some good X-Men movies. Patrick Stewart was done. Ian McKellen was done. Hugh Jackman is done. The new cast, they've been in already, 3 movies, about to be in a 4th movie. And it's really starting to not make too much sense to me if they keep decade jumping. And they're not growing older. They're catching up with the original movies. And Michael Fassbender still looks like Michael Fassbender. James McAvoy still looks like James McAvoy. They're not getting any older. Okay, Evan Peters still looks like a fucking kid, and he's supposed to be like, what, in his 40s, 50s now? No, it's getting kind of ridiculous with the timeline. It's getting stupid. I'm looking forward to Dark Phoenix, but it's just, I found it kind of funny. Nobody gave a I saw so many people say that they're not hyped for Dark Phoenix when they released some first images. They're like, yeah, this looks cool, but I'm totally not hyped for Dark Phoenix. But after Disney bought it up, all of a sudden they're going, yeah, why? Dark Phoenix, ah. It's like, what the hell, people? Relax. I mean, people are worried about New Mutants, and I hope they don't touch that either. I mean, that looks phenomenal. God, I cannot say phenomenal. I keep saying phenomenon. Jesus. Keep drinking, Dave. But, yeah, it does. So hopefully I don't dick with that too much. Anyways, that's rambling too much. Let's answer some frickin' questions. Okay, here we go. Not too many. Not too many this time. Yeah, good. Anyways, Mr. Ozlek. He asks, what DC EU movies do you want to see in 2020? Definitely want to see Green Lantern Corps. Right now, that's the only thing I'm thinking about in 2020. I mean, hopefully there'll be some sequels. We'll probably see Batman in, 2019, so there won't be any Batman in 2020. I want to see Green Lantern Corps because I like the idea that it's Lethal Weapon in space. I think that's perfect. They're space cops. It needs to be that. It needs to strictly take place in space, too. You know, you can have some Earth stuff, but let's not do a bunch. I would like to see a Man of Steel 2, goddammit. And I know Mr. Matthew Vaughn's been talking. I already talked about that. Yeah, I mean, I was up for Matthew Vaughn to do it, but then he started opening his mouth about it. And I'm going, oh wait, no, you shouldn't. Okay, maybe Flash. I still might be okay with a Matthew Vaughn Flash. Okay, because you know, when you watch Kingsman 2, even Kick-Ass and all that, he's got a lot of good stuff. He's a good director, but when it comes to what he says about Superman, it's just so bad. I mean, he basically is just pretty much, well, first off, I didn't like what he said when he was saying that, oh yeah, you know, I like to work on franchise movies when the franchise is down because it makes my job easier. It's like, fucking really? So what, you just go in and kind of half-ass it, and you're like, fucking people are going to like it anyways. I wonder what he really meant by that, because, I mean, he was talking about X-Men when he came in, you know, I mean, the X-Men franchise wasn't doing that well, and he came in with First Class, but the thing is, like, that was a really good movie, so he didn't, like, just half-ass it. Maybe I don't think he really meant what he meant. You know, he's still a filmmaker. It's not like he's just going in there and collecting a check, but who knows. But yeah, that just kind of rubbed everybody the wrong way. And then he just pretty much is almost stating that the Donner Superman is just like the source Superman. It's like, no. We already got that with Singer. Superman Returns. And then there's people out there going, yes, we need that. Again, and like I'm a firm believer that people just don't remember jack shit before 2012. So fucking retarded. But yeah, I'm looking forward to, I want to see a Man of Steel 2, but I would actually like to see that before 2020. But the rate we're going at now doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. But I definitely want to see a Green Lantern Chorus movie, The Lethal Weapon in Space. Big time. Michael Manette asks, besides Batman, what other DC Rebirth title do you enjoy reading? The Green Lanterns. Green Lanterns and Hal Jordan Green Lanterns been good. The Superman's been pretty good too. Suicide Squad. I still got to catch up on a lot of them. The Suicide Squad started really well. I mean, reading the Suicide Squad Rebirth made me more upset about the movie. God damn it. There's just so much good shit, and I'm going, oh man, missed opportunity. So bad. What else? What else was there? Let's see. I'm trying to go through. The Flash ones were good too. Flash Rebirth was great. Nightwing also has been pretty damn good. But I still have a huge stack that I still need to tackle. It's just trying to find the time to just sit there and read. I know, I suck. Whatever. But let's see. David C. Dat Ref 02. Who do you find to be the most admirable character in the Justice League team? It's a good question. Let me think about that. Admirable. I would say Batman. Just because, I mean, yeah, of course, he's a Batman for that. Well, it's just because he has no fucking superpowers. And he's basically the leader. He's pretty much the leader of the group. You know? And just the fact that he has to be so tough, and he has to be up there, you know, and he has something on every one of them, you know. If the shit goes down where they turn evil, he's got it. You know, and he's just got backup plans to his backup plans, you know? He's always got contingencies. He's always thinking 2 steps ahead at least. So you got to admire that. You really do. You know, everybody else got their own strengths, and he's just got his brain, pretty much. Stu Little asks, maybe a stupid question, but do you read comics regularly? If so, what are some of your favorite titles and characters? I try to. Like I said, I've been really, you know, lagging on the Rebirth. So when they first started coming out, I was really getting on top of them. I was even trying to get into some of them. I was trying to get into the Spider-Man clone conspiracy story. That started off really well, but for some reason I just fell off that. And the new Deadpool was also, I was trying to get into also. But like I said, just trying to find the time. And then when I do find the time, I'm actually reading just actual books, you know. Or like full-on graphic novels, revisiting graphic novels. Like, I've been revisiting Batman Year One. And I tell you what, you know, reading through it again, God, if somebody were to adapt that almost closely to how it plays out in the story, first off, it could be rated R if they wanted it to. And it's just, it'd be a bold movie. God damn it. I mean, I know Christopher Nolan took some stuff out of there, but just a full-on adaptation of that movie of that story would just be wow. It'd be awesome. I mean, there was a animated movie, but I'm just talking about, I don't know, a live action would be freaking nuts. Stepful, Dylan Lamb, the Hawk and Dove and Dove and Robin. God, I can't talk. Suits are amazing in Titans, so it's not even a question. But yes, I will give it that. Looks like the Titans show is going to be pretty interesting. Pretty damn interesting. So, and then Sam Heiss. What if Matt Reeves took this turn for his Batman trilogy? 3 movies with Bruce older each film. I would love to see Affleck more, though, but love the thought of John Hamm as well. Yeah, a lot of people. You know what? I wasn't for a John Hamm Batman. I've said this already. But the more I thought it, the more I was like thinking about it and everything. If Affleck does step down and they want to keep the older Batman story arc, Hamm would be a good replacement. I know a lot of people don't like that, and his chin and jawline is not as good. God damn it. But I would be okay. I would be perfectly okay with that now. The whole Gyllenhaal thing, I'm not really digging still. It's just something, I don't know. It's the eyes. and I don't know, man. I love Gyllenhaal as a fucking actor, and he can knock out anything he wants, and he has. And the guy still can't seem to get a goddamn Oscar nom. I mean, Nightcrawler, for fuck's sake, he didn't even get a nom. It's ridiculous. He was so good in that movie. And there's still other movies I gotta check out that he was in. I mean, like Prisoners and stuff. Oh, man. I just can't see him as Batman. I just can't. I don't know. Maybe because I'm spoiled by Affleck. Because, I mean, for God's sakes, we had Michael Keaton, George Clooney, and Val Kilmer as Batman. You know, pretty much you could see anybody. And Gyllenhaal is, you know, he's a much better actor. I don't know. It's something about the eyes. He's got too boyish look. I don't know. I don't know. He's too boyish looking, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. You know? I don't know. I can't wrap my brain around it. As much as I love the guy. But I can wrap my brain around a John Hamm Batman. I really can. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, well, that's all the questions. Feel free to ask me anything you want on Twitter. It's the easiest place to reach me. Yeah, use the film Junket hashtag, and I'll be able to try to find it. Oh, shit. I'm pretty sure my audio is clicking because I'm looking at the little thing right now. So I apologize if the audio sucks. And it starts, yep, it's definitely clicking. All right, I'm just going to wrap this up. I don't know why it does. I got to figure it out. Anyways, guys, I apologize for that. Thank you for listening. I love you. I love you all. And have a Merry Christmas. All right, talk to you guys later.